Alright guys, today I want to give my 3 keys to victory for this upcoming game versus the Baltimore Ravens. Starting off right away, my first key to victory for us to get this job done, win this game, and go 1-1 on the season. Run the damn football. And I can't stress that point enough. Because last week, well, yes, everything looked awful, everything looked horrendous. And to be honest, listen, it seemed like nothing was actually working. If you go back and watch last week, nothing was working. Everything was just a clusterfluff, right? Running the football was the only thing that actually looked good last week. We had a very vanilla offense. Our play calling was kind of shoddy. But when we ran the football, it actually looked pretty dang well. And I mean running the football with Joe Mixon, not running the football with Travion Williams. Now, Travion Williams, nothing wrong with him. Actually, the one run he had, he actually tripped and fell. If he didn't trip and fall, he probably could have had like a 30, 40-yard run. In all honesty, and that would have sparked our offense up. And going back and watching that game, it still ticks me off, too, because, like, he had a huge run that he could have had. It just simply was, he got tripped up, and he ended up falling to the ground. There was a huge hole in everything. But running the ball early and getting the run game going is the most important thing in this game. The Ravens, while yes, they have a really good pass rush with Owe, with Jabu, Justin, Michael Pierce, Broderick Washington, they also really struggle against the run here. And this is where we can get the game going. First couple of drives, I don't care if the first drive, you run the ball, let's say 2 plays in a row, back to back. You get a first down, run it again. You get short yardage, run it again. I don't care if you run the ball every single play the first drive. Listen, we're not going out here to put up 700 yards with Joe Burrow. We're not going out here to have Joe Burrow go out and, literally destroy this game with the most passing yards ever in football. What we want to do in this game is keep Joe upright. That's number 1. Control time and possession of the game. That's number 2. Score points. Number 3, right? So how do you do that? You get the run game going. Run game going means play action game going. When play action game going, that means passing game going. It all works in tandem. You can't have a great passing game with no run game. Unless you're the Bills and Josh Allen's your running back, then maybe you can somehow, some way get that going. But on a real note though, run game, number 1, first key to victory. Number 2, containing Lamar Jackson. Listen, it's not going to be easy. I brought up many times in other videos how pretty much you want to use the same philosophy that the Broncos used in the Super Bowl versus Cam Newton, which was keep him in the pocket and make him beat you by throwing the ball down the field. That's the one weak side of Lamar Jackson, is his accuracy. I'm not saying he's the worst, most inaccurate quarterback of all time. Baltimore, calm down. Get your panties out of a bunch. I'm saying that he definitely struggles with accuracy. But the way he can get around that is by moving around the pocket, stepping up in the pocket, rolling out to his right, left-hand side, using his legs to his advantage. In this game, we're going to have to see Trey Hendrickson, Sam Hubbard, really move that pocket around. Don't let him do that. Do not let him extend the play. The longer he extends this play in this game, the more chances a guy's going to get wide open down the field. We have a young secondary. Let's be honest. That's just a fact. We're not going to be able to cover the whole entire time. For 10 minutes it feels like, right? Whenever he rolls out and extends plays. That's okay. Just make sure he can't do that. Suffocate the pocket. Get your sacks by doing coverage stacks. Sometimes we always talk about how, you want to get that crazy bull rush off the edge with Sam Hubbard or Trey Hendrickson, or DJ Reader blows up the center and gets right through. It's okay if you get coverage stacks. It's okay if no one gets open and you get to the quarterback and he can't actually throw the football, right? That's okay. But at the same time, though, what's not okay is letting him get out of that pocket, because if he can beat us with his legs, he will. It's gonna be a good condition, a good weather game here in Cincy on Sunday. You can't let him get out of that pocket and beat you on his legs, because he will do it all day, every day if you give him it. You can't let that happen. Number 3. I'll be honest with you, and this kind of goes in a 1A, 1B here. Field position battle. Field battle. Field battle? Yeah, field battle. Something we didn't do last week, which was you can't let the team start at your 40-yard line every single drive, it felt like. You gotta win field position, right? So, when you are punting the ball, and I think Brad Robbins will do a lot better in his second game than his first game, but you gotta make sure when you're punting the ball, we got to, punt the ball 40, 50 yards, okay? You can't punt the ball 30 yards and give them the ball at midfield. And last week, we really struggled at this. We weren't able to have a positive field battle in that game. It seemed like every drive we started at our own 20-yard line, and we couldn't move the ball because we couldn't get any field battle. But then they started the ball always at the 40 or the 50, and it did not work out. In this game, upcoming with the Ravens, we got to make sure we win the field position. And I keep saying it incorrectly. This is the actual term for it. But yes, you got to make sure you win that. Because if you keep starting off at the 20-yard line every single drive and they're starting off in midfield and almost guaranteeing themselves field goal because they have Justin Tucker, there's a problem. So, and when I say it's a 1A, 1B here, what I mean is special teams. Special teams and the field battle is going to be the most important thing here, right? That's going to be really how you're going to win this game. Because they got Tucker. We got Money Mac. We can kick field goals up to 60 yards. Both of us can, right? So if you have a bad punt or you let them return the ball on a punt return and get a huge gain, even without any offense and playing great defense, that could guarantee them points, right? That could guarantee us points. And that's why, again, like I said, number 3 key to victory here is also going to be special teams on our side too, right? It's going to be Chuck Sizzle making some plays and returning a punt or two or kickoff, right? It's going to be those type of things too. We have to, help out our offense as much as humanly possible. Also help out our defense when it comes to punting. That is how we're going to win this game. Again, number 1, run the damn ball. Number 2, contain Lamar in the pocket. Make him throw the ball. Make him beat you from the pocket. Number 3, field position, the field position battle, and special teams, 1A, 1B there. You gotta do something on special teams. Maybe make 1 or 2 splash plays. This type of game, especially AFC North battles like this, one splash play can completely change around a game. Look at the AFC wild card last year, Ravens Bengals in the playoffs. That one splash play by Sam Hubbard, returning it for 6, completely changed the game. So you got to do something here. You got to make a play. If Chuck Sizzle has a punt return in this game, that increases our odds of winning this game by 40-50%. Right? So one splash play, that's what we need. Good consistency from our punt and special teams. That's how we're going to win this game, guys. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys next one.